Hey guys, welcome to a day in the life. I am an in-home daycare provider, but I have been closed for a couple weeks, so my schedule looks a little bit different. So I thought I would just do a day in the life today to just show you how I'm still staying in contact with my daycare kids and just kind of how my days are looking a little bit different than they would normally on a daycare day. I am a homeschooling mom to 5 kids. We have about a week and a half of school left for our school year, and then they will be going on their longest break. We do homeschool year-round, and so they start school back up again the middle of June. So today is just a normal school day for them, and I'm going to try to get some stuff done in my daycare classroom. I'll show you guys how I've been changing some stuff around. I am implementing a new program starting in August, so I'm going to kind of just show you where I'm at with that. So if you want to spend the day with me, welcome to my day. We are starting our school day. I have 2 kids down here already in our schoolroom and 3 more that are making their way. My oldest is still sleeping, so he should be getting up pretty soon, but my other 2 are getting ready, and so they should be coming down pretty soon. The 2 that are in here, they usually start school early anyway, even before I'm in here, so I will have a meeting with each of them. So each one of my kids' daily lesson plans looks pretty much the same. So this is my 7th graders, and every day they have what they need to complete to get done with their school day. And so that's what we've been doing with our meetings is I just see what they have done, I've grade their work, and then if it's complete then we mark it off. And so you can see since we are towards the end of the school year, their school day isn't as heavy, and so most of them should be done this morning, if not a little after lunch. And so like my 7th grader, he only has writing and history left for the day. When they get up early and they can just start on their school without me, they know what they're supposed to start on, and so it makes it really nice, especially for your older kids, that they don't have to always wait for me to start their school day. So the kids are working on some independent work. I'm going to check my emails. So with my daycare kids, I have been doing a virtual circle time, and so one of those videos went live today on YouTube, and so I always like to check my email. A lot of my daycare kids respond to my videos. Their parents will send pictures of the kids doing the activities, or just a video of the kids like watching the video or something like that. So I like to always check those so I can respond back to them. And so I'm going to do that now. So my kids are used to doing a lot of independent homeschooling. They do a lot of online classes, and so they're used to getting their assignments done without me sitting by them. So that has probably been the biggest change with me not having my daycare kids, is my kids can still do their schoolwork, but then I have had a little extra time to get some other things done around the house. So I'm gonna get some more coffee and then have a devotional time. All right guys, I wanna share with you my classroom. I'm pretty sure like many of you guys have ripped apart your classrooms and is going through everything. That's what I have been doing since I've had the extra time. So my classroom is a hot mess right now, but I do want to share with you that starting August 2020, I'm going to be teaching preschool. So that is going to be a big change. So currently my daycare is 0 to 24 months. I am keeping my current clients that are that fall within the age of 0 to 24 months, I'm going to keep them because they are my babies and I don't want them to go. So for the first at least semester and a half starting next school year, I will have preschoolers and then I will have a couple babies. And so for a while my classroom will kind of be a multi-age, and then starting the year after that it will just be preschool age. So for my first year of preschool, I'm going to do a smaller group because I'm keeping a couple of my babies, and actually 4 of my previous clients that I had as babies are coming back to be in my preschool class, so it is really exciting. So with this time being closed, it was a great time to kind of just start taking apart my classroom and getting preschool ready and set up, which will save me a lot of time this summer. And so I'm going to show you kind of what I have. So it's pretty messy. I don't even know if you're going to be able to get an idea of what this is going to look like, but I want to share with you what I've been doing. So if you have watched previous classroom tours, this is my infant toddler classroom. So it has changed quite a bit. This is basically, I dumped a lot of my closet because I've been going through the closet, and I've been teaching my farm unit this month virtually. And so on this table I've just basically just thrown a bunch of stuff. This is the area of the classroom that I'm going to keep still as my infant toddler area, and so I'm going to still do the same curriculum that I've always done with them. So their work boxes will stay, the changer will stay. I'm only going to have this high chair here because it's my 2-kid high chair. There's 2 spots, and I will only have between 1 and 2 babies a day, even though I'll have 3 enrolled. There won't be a day where I have all 3 of them. So I made the other high chair table into our table toy. So I wanted an area for when the kids start arriving that they can just go, and we're going to make that our table time, and they'll be able to choose which activity they want to do, and I will change what is on our table time trays. So this is actually the high chair table, and these trays are from IKEA, and if I pull it, see, it's the hole from where you pop the high chair in, but if I put this tray over the top, it will work for my preschool age. And my husband just lowered the table so it's at the height where the preschoolers can stand at this table, and then that one is still a little bit higher, so I will still lift my babies in and out of that high chair. And then this corner, if you watched previous videos, this used to be a playhouse here. I have actually moved that out into our backyard, and right now this is the area that I'm filming my virtual circle time on. I'm almost done with these videos, and then this corner will actually for next school year end up being another play center. So for my preschool curriculum, I wanted to not have a curriculum that combines language arts and math, but I wanted to teach those separately. So we have a separate math time and a separate language arts time. And so what I have done is I've created my own preschool math program, which I am in love with. It's going to be so much fun. I really love preschool math. So this was a really fun curriculum to create. I will be offering this on my TPT store. It's not up yet, hopefully within a month or so. So this shelf will kind of house all of our stuff that we'll need for each one of our units for our preschool math. And then when we have our math time, I'm planning on kind of coming into this area, and I'll have like our math books up there, anything that we need on the table here. And then over in this classroom, this is just another small room off of the larger classroom. I ordered a large table that's going to go right here, and that is where the kids will, eat lunch. And then we'll also do our language arts, and the curriculum that we're going to be using for that I will show you guys a little bit later because I'm actually going to work on it a little bit today. It is a curriculum that I got off of TPT. I believe it's created by Tara West, and it is amazing, and it is just language arts and exactly what I was looking for. So I have quite a lot of stuff in here that I still need to go through, get rid of. This area here, each of the kids will have a drawer to put their nap stuff in, and then I'm going to store their cots under here. The cots have always been under here to be able to pull out for nap time, and just probably more manipulative stuff that I store up there. And then over here is another center that's kind of in the works.
It's just a baby nursery center. I do plan on switching this around, but this is the first one that we will start with. And I will do another video on this. My girls have been playing in this center for the last couple days because I've been working back here. So it's been really nice to have them something to play with. But I will do a tour and kind of show you guys a little bit more. I have a couple more stuff coming for this center. So, and then over on here, I think I'm going to make our library center. So I have a bookshelf to put some books on, and then I have this little book box that's coming in the mail that hopefully will fit on this table to place more books into. So it's pretty much in the beginning stages. This was really nice that I did have this time to just kind of work on this classroom, pull everything out. This will save me hours this summer, and I can just really tweak our classroom to get ready for August. My daycare kids will be coming back once the at-home ban is kind of lifted, but I will have a smaller group now with schools being closed for the rest of the year. I do have clients that only attend during the school year, and so those kids have are obviously done for the year, and so even the crew that will be coming back for the summer, it's going to be a pretty small group. So starting and setting up my classroom for August just kind of makes sense at this point. So that's where I'm at right now with my daycare. So with a family of 7, there is always laundry in this house. So I do try to at least get through 2 loads a day, if not 3, to stay up on all of our laundry. So we are going to have some lunch. The kids are doing some quiet reading, and then most of the kids are done with school for the day, so I will be able to get some other things done this afternoon. I still have my high schooler still doing school, but he will take most of the afternoon, and for the most part he does it completely on his own, and we'll just have a meeting at the end of the day. So UPS just dropped off my preschool table, so we are going to build this before my husband has his afternoon meetings. So here is this table all put together. I just love it. It is a perfect size. It's not too big. I still have plenty of space to be able to open up this cabinet to get the kids' nap mats out. And I will only need 4 chairs for this coming school year. But it came with 6, which isn't a bad thing because I can always use 2 more chairs in a center or something like that. I found this little white table, and so I placed it over in the corner here so I can put kind of our language arts stuff on there. And so I just am in love with this little setup here. So the kids are done with school. The boys are going to mow and clean up the yard. We're just going to play outside for a little bit. It's really, really nice out right now. The sun finally popped out. It was supposed to be sunny all day, but ended up being a cloudy morning. But now the sun is coming out, so we are going to play outside for a little bit. And then I will go and work in my classroom and work on some office stuff. All right, so my hair is up because it is so nice outside. I just love the sun, and it felt so good to sit in the sun. I'm going to record a farm circle time while the sun is still out, because it makes it a lot easier to record in the sunlight than having to get my ring light out. And so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to work in my office a little bit. The girls want to come down and play in the baby center, so they're going to do that while I work back in the classroom. So for the rest of the afternoon, I'm going to just be working on my classroom and getting some stuff prepared and organized. The sun is setting overhead. It's time to put the farm to bed. Horse. Can you say, nay? Horse. We had a good day. We had a good day. Bye, guys. I just finished my last farm circle time, so I'm going to clean up all of my farm toys because this will be the end of this unit, and then I will probably pull out the May stuff. I have not decided yet if I'm going to do virtual teaching through May or just kind of call the school year for what it is and then do some review when my daycare kids can come back and then start a new year in August. And so we'll see. I still haven't made that decision yet, but since I'm done with the farm unit, I can pick up all this. And so I'm going to clean up the area that I did the virtual teaching from. And then this will actually become a new play center. And so I'm going to kind of set it up as much as I can, just kind of get that started. Okay, so I am going to be done with the classroom for today. I feel like this area looks pretty good. I still have a lot of stuff to go through. Up there, the girls are playing in the baby center. They're going to be testing all the new centers I'm making, right girls?
Yep. Yeah.
And then in here, I have a pile of stuff here I need to get rid of, even with my little ones coming back. My youngest now will be at least 9 months old, and so a lot of that little baby stuff I will no longer be needing, so I'm just going to get rid of it for right now, and if I go back to little babies again, I'll just get it again later down the road. I moved the shelf that was over in that corner over to here because this is where I'm going to set up my monthly toys for my 0 to 24 months. And then this is the start of the other center. The first one that I'm going to make over here is going to be a vet center. So that's just kind of like the start of what I have over there. And then I cleaned up a lot of stuff on that table. And now I'm going to go work a little bit in my office, and then I still need to do a one more meeting with my high schooler. Okay, so I'm working on some lesson plans for my preschool. So for our language arts, we are going to do letter of the week. And so we will be focusing on a different letter every single week. And then I have some review weeks in there for our letter of the week. We're going to use the alphabet curriculum. You can see it. I just pulled it up. It's by Tara West, and I will link that, and this is kind of our bulk. I'm not using like all of her lesson plans. I'm kind of taking some of her ideas and creating my own, but I'm just not having to go and design everything myself. What I liked about hers is kind of like it's letter people. And so every single week is a different letter person that helps learn the sounds. So these are all of them here. I have printed that so after I've done the letter, I can mark it off because we are not learning the letters in the order of the alphabet. We're learning them more for the same order that they will do them again for Forest Preschool, where they can start putting together the vowels and the consonants to create words instead of going through in the alphabetical order. A couple other ones that we are going to use just for some extra supplements is True Teaching. She is on TPT as well, and we are going to be making letter necklaces, and these are really cute. She has one for every single letter. And the kids will cut them out and then we'll lace them and make a letter necklace. All 4 of my preschoolers are girls next year, and so I think that they'll really enjoy making these weekly necklaces. And then we are going to use a dab of glue. We'll do her letter color sheets, and so I purchased her uppercase color sheets and her lowercase color sheets, and so we are going to be using those as well. So that's kind of like the bulk of the language arts. I am currently on week 4 of planning. I've been trying to get through like a week a day, especially this time when I have a little bit more time to focus on this. It'd be really nice to be able to knock out a lot of these lesson plans. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm working on letter B, which is what we will be doing for week 4 of preschool. And so I will just kind of show you how I'm doing my lesson plans. And I'm just going to start printing everything that I need for the week for letter B. She has really nice lesson plans. I am taking a couple of her ideas, but I am also taking my own teaching approach and the way I teach the letters as well. But she does have some good stuff in here. I really do highly recommend this curriculum. One thing that I have noticed is that on my Adobe, for some reason is, you can see when I printed this, and for this paper it really doesn't make a difference, but you can see like in some of them they have these black boxes around them and some of them don't. For some reason mine is not reading it correctly. So on the weeks that have the black boxes, like letter B, I can't just print it as a PDF reader. I have to change it to an image and then print it, and then that box will go away. You can see when I printed like our little review flashcards, you can see that does not have the black box there. But if you do purchase this curriculum, that was one thing that's just kind of a little bit annoying. I don't know if it's on my end, or I'm not quite sure, but I have to switch some of these letters over to an image instead of printing them as a PDF. So I'm just basically just going through all of her materials for letter B and printing what I want. I'm also going to turn on my laminator so I can print, so I can laminate the stuff as it comes out. So if you start to hear the printer, that is what's going on. I'm going to turn my laminator on. So here's an example of that. See how this one printed the black box around it? But it should not have, because the PDF is not showing a black box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export it as an image, a JPEG. And I'm going to save it to my desktop and then save. And now I can go to my desktop as an image. So it's just an extra step, so it's a little bit annoying to do. So I don't know why it's doing that. If you guys have ever brought something off TPT that does that, comment below if there's an easier way, or maybe it's just my computer. I'm not quite sure with that. But let me show you. There we go. Not sure what's going on there, but this is the one that I want, and that kind of stinks because that's a lot of black ink that I don't need. Alright, so I have all the papers that I want for letter B, and so I'm going to start laminating. Okay, so I have printed and laminated everything that I need for letter B. I went through and kind of wrote out my lesson plans for letter B. So that is done. And now I'm going to basically just cut out all of my laminate. And then I should be done with this letter. Okay guys, I have everything cut out. And what I wanted to show you was how I make a book with this. If you watched my office video, I showed you about how I bind stuff, and so I just want to show you how that's so easy. What I really liked about this curriculum was every single letter came with a book, and the book has the sound, and so as you're reading the book to the children, they make the sound with you, and I really like that, and it went along with the same letter person that you talk about all week. This was probably one of the main reasons that I chose this curriculum. So I'm making all these into little books. So let me show you how I do that. All you do is you put it in, and then see, it's going to cut it exactly how I need it. So there's no plugging anything in. It's just cutting them. And since this is a harder, like a thicker paper and on cardstock, I'm only doing one at a time. But if you did just like regular copy paper, you can put more than one in the machine at a time. And then I'm just going to line them up on the spine. Since this is a little bit smaller, you can see that I have 4 extra. So I'm going to cut that off. And just throw that away. On the bottom of her pages, she has what page number it is. So I'm just making sure that my book is in the right order. Okay, and then I'm just going to go through and click each of these closed. They have like a little tool that comes with it. because if you do too many at a time, it will start to hurt your fingers, but I'm only doing one. And the nice thing about these spines is you can just unclick them again. And so if I didn't need this book anymore, especially like with my kids' curriculum, sometimes I will bind it and make it into a little workbook for them. But then once the workbook's complete, I can just take the spine off and reuse it. Sure that they're all clicked. And there it is. Nice book that I can flip through and read with my group. Okay, so right now, all I'm kind of doing, since I'm just kind of prepping all my letters, I'm just putting everything into a Ziploc bag and putting them into a tub. And then when I actually go to like set up my classroom and stuff, I'll set all of these up. I'm going to come up with a better system, but for right now, I just kind of wanted everything planned and prepped and laminated. So I'm just using a gallon Ziploc bag. These are the like paper worksheets that the kids will complete throughout the week. So I put that. All my laminated stuff goes on top. And I'm just sliding it into the bag with everything that I will need for this letter. And there you go. And then the lesson plans I'm just keeping on the computer, and then I will print them as we get a little closer to August, just in case I end up tweaking a couple things here and there as I'm setting up my classroom and stuff. So, alright guys, I'm going to end the vlog here and go start dinner for my family. I hope you enjoyed spending the day with me. Thanks for tagging along, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!